You're about to see something different about this gym that's in this game only. Alright, let's check it out. As you can see, it's raining in here, or in this case, thunderstorming. So how's this possible? Well, believe it or not, it's supposed to be the sprinkler system in here that makes it look like it's raining. Yeah, indoor rain. That is a very strange thing to see. So, with the so-called rain in effect, the battles are going to be a little tense because you're going to be dealing with powered-up water-type attacks as well as certain abilities that activate in the rain, such as Swift Swim, Rain Dish, Dry Skin, Hydration, and some other abilities that I can't think of at the moment. Well, actually, I don't think there are any water types who have the ability Dry Skin, although I am thinking of two Pokemon who do get this ability, and no, they're not water types. I'm talking about Parasect and Toxaproke. But you won't see those two in here. So, an indoor thunderstorm. That is a very unusual sighting. I mean, I've never seen a sprinkler system in action before, and if I were to, then I definitely won't be hearing any thunder or see any lightning, since sprinkler systems don't cause thunderstorms. I think we all know that. If I were to see an indoor thunderstorm, then it would be at a movie set or in a cartoon. But this is a gym, not a movie set. And well, I don't think this game is considered to be a cartoon. But the point is, it's very unusual seeing a thunderstorm indoors. You agree with me, right? So, how this gym works is, you step out some switches to make the water level go up and down. I don't know about you, but playing around with the water level kind of reminds me of the water temple from Ocarina of Time. Although, I don't think this place is as frustrating as the water temple. I would go as far as to say, people prefer this place to the water temple, simply because it's a very tedious place and it's pretty frustrating to get through. Yeah, I'm not surprised people say that about the water temple. As for myself personally, well, I guess my feelings for the water temple is kind of mixed. I'm not really sure if I really hate the place. But I'll tell you one thing. I do prefer the Pastoria gym more than I prefer the water temple. Most likely because I guess the path in the gym is pretty straightforward, so you really shouldn't have any trouble figuring out this puzzle. Well, come to think of it, I'm not really sure if I really struggled with this puzzle years ago. If I did, then I guess I forgot about it at this point. But the point is, this puzzle is so easy, you really shouldn't have any trouble at all. So, since I'm going to be fighting some underlings for quite some time, I might as well talk about an event that's coming up. Well, actually, it did come up already, but it got cancelled. So, this Terrorate Battle event will feature Great Tusks, Iron Trends, and even Chestnut. Yeah, that event has been reinstated. So, this event will take place from June 16th until the 18th. Now, back in part 60, I believe I was talking about how Iron Treads had such a good moveset. In fact, it was so good, it's able to cover up its own weaknesses. And I believe I said something about how you could use something like Lillikin to one-shot it possibly. If your partners have the right Pokemon, that is. Just a suggestion, if you're going to take on something like Iron Trends, I guess it's recommended that you have actual people to help you out because, well, as I said before, 9 times out of 10, the partners the game provides you with, they suck. Yeah, I know from experience. So, if you have human players to help you out, whatever they have, hopefully they have their Pokemon used to move flatter on your Lillikin, so that way it'll get a special attack boost, but won't get confused thanks to own tempo. And for good measures, I guess you can use Quiver Dance to give Lillikins an additional special attack boost. And ever since I said that, well, I'm thinking. I guess there's another Pokemon that can also one-shot Iron Trance if possible, and that Pokemon's Avalok. So, 117 in attack and 184 in defense. Yeah, that is a lot to work with. Although Iron Trance has a defense of 120, so that could possibly complicate things. Okay, good thing I didn't flinch from that. So, thinking back to that one time where somebody one-shotted a 7-star Inteleon with the Ticketon with +6 in attack, I guess that could work for Avalok as well, since Avalok has own tempo just like Ticketon does. So, if your partner Pokemon have any Pokemon that know the move Swagger, then I guess you could use Swagger on Avalok to give it an attack boost, but won't get confused thanks to own tempo. And what move should you use against Iron Treads? Well, maybe Avalanche or Ice Skull Crash. Well, Ice Skull Crash has a power of 85, whereas Avalanche has a power of 60. Although since Avalok is pretty slow, odds are you're going to take a hit, so I guess Avalanche should be your go-to move since, well, its power will double if you already took damage during the same turn. Yeah, I didn't think I would be saying something good about Avalok. I mean, I don't see myself ever using that thing. I mean, yeah, it is pretty good with taking physical hits, but it's pretty slow, and it can't take a special hit at all. Pure Ice in general, well, I'm just not a huge fan of it. Well, there's Red Ice, but I guess Red Ice can hold its own because it has a special defense of 200. Yeah, you should know because I used it back in Emerald 386. But yeah, if Ice were to be good, then I guess it would have to have another typing in addition to Ice. Okay, pressing that switch back there, that's going to put the water level at its highest point. And looking at the water, I'm thinking, um, is it possible to surf on the water? Because I get the feeling that maybe it is. I don't recall if I ever did this back in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. If I did, then maybe I forgot at this point because it's been a while since I last touched that game. But I'll tell you one thing, the water in that game, yeah, it looks kind of realistic. Yeah, I said it before and I'll say it again. Game Freak really outdid themselves this time when it comes to creating the water in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. It feels as if I'm traveling on water in real life. But yeah, I'm not really sure if I can really surf on the water. If so, then, okay, I guess, but I don't think I'm really going to test that out since, well, once I leave here, I don't see any reason for me to come back. Okay, I'm going to conserve Torterra's Seed Bomb power points so that way it doesn't run out. And if it does, then what do I do? Okay, know for a fact that some of the Pokemon here are part Ice type, so I might as well have Lucario do some action. So yeah, this gym, I guess it got a little bit harder simply because it's raining, and I did say all the water type attacks are powered up, so that makes me think maybe I could have gone with a different water type instead. But I don't regret going with Gastrodon at all, simply because, well, it's a pretty underrated water type, so I figured I might as well give it a try. But if I were to use a different water type other than Gastrodon, then maybe I would use something like Vaporeon, Politoed, Lapras. I'm not really sure if Lantern gets water absorbed in this game. I mean, I know some Pokemon do get their hidden abilities in this game, but I'm not really sure if Lantern is one of those Pokemon. If so, then I guess I could use Lantern as well. And then there's some Pokemon who get Dry Skin as an ability. But I don't ever see myself using Parasect. And, well, yeah, there's Toxicroak, but I think Lucario is the better fighting type. So, yeah, I guess I'm not going with those two. As I said before, I'm not really sure if certain Pokemon do get their hidden abilities, because if so, then, well, Jinx gets Dry Skin as its hidden ability, but, yeah, I'm not about to use that thing because it can't take a physical hit at all. Okay, and I'm noticing something in here. It seems to me that everyone's calling Crash Awake, Crash Awake. Okay, is that something that happens frequently? If so, then, yeah, that is a very unusual thing to see. I mean, couldn't Crash Awake just, like, tell everyone what his name is? Just call him Crash Awake or something? You don't have to call him Wake or anything? Yeah, I really don't get it at all. Okay, I was talking about Avalok a few minutes ago, and that reminds me. Well, looks like we got some Hisuian Pokemon being capable of being transported to Scarlet and Violet. Okay, I didn't think something like that was possible. Okay, I might as well send Lucario against that Dugong. So yeah, Hisuian Avalok. Okay, Rock Ice. Well, I wouldn't recommend throwing that thing in against Iron Treads, even though, oh yeah, it is worth mentioning Iron Treads' Terra type is Ground, so yeah, it's probably not going to do a lot of damage with Iron Heads. Well, yeah, Avalok is weak to Steel type attacks, but keep in mind, it has a base defense of 184, so yeah, odds are you're bound to survive it. Okay, just hope that you don't flinch. But yeah, Avalok's regular form, I guess it could take a super effective physical attack that's better than its Hisuian counterparts. As for the other Hisuian Pokemon, well, I haven't really looked into them yet, but I guess I could see some pretty good combos working. I mean, Hisuian Arcanine, it could have Rockhead as its hidden ability, and yeah, that could be a pretty good asset for it. So that way, it could use certain moves like, say, Flare Blitz, Wild Charge, let's see, what else? I know there's some other moves that do recoil, but I can't really think of any at the moment. Well, I did say Fire Rock is not a very good typing, but in the case of Hisuian Arcanine, well, I guess I could make an exception. Okay, looks like she's going to be saying Crash Awake again. Yeah, I really don't get this at all. Okay, I believe there's only 2 more trainers left in here, and after that, I get to fight Crash Awake. But I don't think I'm going to do that in this video. I think I'll put it off until next video. Okay, I believe this guy had a Gyarados back in Platinum, but I'm not really sure if I know that's true. As for Crash Awake himself, well, I think I may have struggled with him a little bit in the past. I'm not really sure what happened. Well, actually, I struggled with him in Platinum, not Diamond and Pearl. I believe his Floatzel was at level 30 back in Diamond and Pearl, whereas his Floatzel was at level 37. Okay, I don't think my levels were very good back in Platinum. I guess I was kind of under level. Not really sure what happened. Yeah, that thing was really kicking my ass. Either that or maybe it was Gyarados that was doing that. Well, I guess Floatzel was really giving me some trouble since I did say its level was at 37. As for Ice Fang, well, yeah, that is a pretty surprising move for Floatzel to have. But this time around, it's going to have Ice Punch as one of its moves. And yes, I am going to send in Torterra against Crash Awake's Floatzel when the time comes. And hopefully, Torterra can take that Ice Punch. Hopefully he can, because I believe his Floatzel is holding a Life Orb. So yeah, that's going to increase the damage output. Yeah, it is pretty questionable why I would do something like that, but it's better than everything else I have. I mean, I only have Seed Bomb as a super effective hit against water types, so I might as well go with that against something like Floatzel. Oh, Hammer Arm? Okay, I did remember that Kingler can get this move. Of course, I never used this thing in my life, so not that I would know about it anyway. Okay, there's some other Hisuian Pokemon that I guess are pretty good. Well, we already got Hisuian Zoroark. I think that already came out before the other Hisuian Pokemon got transferred to Scarlet and Violet. Well, I guess it's the same thing as regular Zoroark, except that it also has illusion, just like its regular counterparts. Okay, this area, I believe some people kind of struggle with here. Over here, you don't need to push any of the switches. You have to push this switch right over here. Yeah, I'm not really sure if I fell for that years ago, but if I did, then maybe I forgot about it at this point. And also, just a thought, if it's raining in here all the time, isn't this place going to get flooded? If so, then I don't think this is a safe place for people. I mean, if I were to be in a place where I know it's going to get flooded, yeah, I wouldn't want to be in that particular place. I mean, I know Crash Awake is a fan of water types, but yeah, seeing your place rain all the time, yeah, I don't think that's going to be very good for people. Yeah, that's just something to think about. And also, I would really like to see how this would work in real life. I mean, it's raining all the time, and apparently it's thunderstorming inside of a building. But as I said, if you were to see that, then I guess you would be seeing that at a movie set. Well, of course, I've never been to a movie set in my life, so naturally I can't really tell you anything about what would happen at a movie set, because I'm pretty sure all the movie sets are probably in California or something. Okay, I was actually going to go with something else to take on this Mantine, like Gastrodon, but then I remember Mantine has good special defense, so I might as well try it and take down Mantine with Seed Bomb. Yeah, just because I say Mantine has good special defense doesn't mean it's good, because it's not. Okay, might as well send in Gastrodon again, why not? Okay, whose Gastrodon is going to be faster? Probably mine, because, well, my Gastrodon is at level 59, so odds are, looks like I am going to go first. I'm only sending in my Gastrodon because, yeah, I did remember that it was close to getting a level, so I might as well give Gastrodon a level up, because who knows? Maybe it could be useful for the upcoming gym battle. Okay, I really wish that Storm Drain had its effect in Generation 5, where you won't take any damage from water type attacks, but at least you'll get a special attack boost. But I'm not there quite yet. Okay, and with that, I can press this switch, and the pathway to Crash Awake is now clear. So, join me next time as I take on the gym leader of Pastoria City, Crash Awake. See you then.